Leading our bulletin this hour, President Cyril Ramaphosa is expected to address the nation this evening at 7:30 about the recurring incidents of foodborne illnesses that have claimed the lives of a number of children across the country. The full view will carry the President's address live at 7:30 tonight. To this story now, South Africa will play Uganda in a Group K of their 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying match in Kampala. The East African side is eyeing a first win over South Africa. Leon Siyenge is in the Ugandan capital Kampala and joins me live now. All right, unfortunately, we don't have him at this point, but most certainly we'll take you back to Uganda to get the very latest on that one. Let's shift our focus to this story now. Police Minister Senzo Mchunu and his deputy Cassel Mathale have conducted an oversight inspection at the Stilfontein area near Klerksdorp in the northwest. Mchunu says the police need to work with the community to resolve the issue of illegal miners in the area. The oversight inspection comes after about 50 residents decided to assist a number of illegal miners who are unable to surface due to poor health. More than 1,000 individuals involved in illegal mining have been arrested since the middle of October. Pardon me, now communities have raised concerns that the way the suspected illegal miners are treated infringes on their human rights. Mchunu says what is happening at Stilfontein is very dangerous. He says those remaining people need to come up very soon. All right, let's take you live now to the northwest. This is where we find our reporter, Thabiso. Good afternoon, Thabiso. The minister had quite a busy schedule today in the northwest, starting off at the Stilfontein police station and then wrapping up with a media briefing we saw a bit earlier. Just talk us through some of what he had to say today.
Good afternoon, Mfundo and our viewers at home. Yes, indeed, it's been a very, very long day for us, as we have seen the minister accompanied by his deputy, Cassel Mathale, and some senior government officials here, including Community Safety MEC, Vessel Smurong, who will join us in a moment, as well as the Premier of the province, Lazarus Mokhosi, conducting a site inspection at Shaft 11 here in Stilfontein. And also after that, they came back to this police station in Stilfontein and also engaged the community leaders who were here. And now the minister after that spoke to members of the media. So you'll realize that it's been a very long day. So what transpired from the meeting with the minister and community leaders, as well as what he said at the press conference earlier on, he said their aim is to ensure that those illegal miners who are underground are rescued quickly and brought to the surface. And now, what is going to happen? The minister has also announced that the Community Safety MEC and Transport Management here in the province, Vessel Smurong, will lead a team that will map a plan to ensure that the rescue operation managed to retrieve those illegal miners who are still underground. But let me bring on to this conversation the Community Safety MEC in the province, Vessel Smurong, who stepped out of the meeting to speak to you and our viewers this evening. MEC, thank you very much for joining us on SABC News Channel 4 for this evening. Maybe let us start with your team. Just let us, on your team, who is included on your team as you are going to lead it to coordinate the operation plan?
No, thank you very much. The minister directed that I chair and facilitate this rescue plan. Importantly, we have called the experts in as far as the mining is concerned. As you know that in the SAPS we don't possess that expertise. So the mining rescue team is here. We have also called the communities that have been working with the police to rescue the people there at the Margaret Shaft and various shafts that are involved. So, and then we have also have the team from the SAPS, that is, those are the multidiscipline that will be working with in a mission to implement what the minister has directed, which is a rescue plan.
Were you given timelines?
We needed to do that as soon as yesterday, because you would recall that as we are conducting this interview, as we are going from one corner to the other, the people are underground. We've been told that their condition is dire, so it means we don't have time. That is why the minister indicated that immediately I must convene this meeting as soon as now. We have called the mine rescue team. They've arrived. Everyone is assembled here. As I speak with you, I've requested the district mayor to chair on my behalf behalf, because we don't even have a second to waste. What is important is for us to restore the people's life. What matters to us is the life of the people that are there underground, because we also want to demystify this narrative that has been spread all over, that we are not a caring government and we don't care for people's life. We respect the Constitution, and our Constitution is very clear that we need to protect the people's life. Everyone have got a right to life, irrespective of their nationality or where do they come from or their race. Yes.
MEC, I know it is still early days. Your team was established today, but I understand that you, the minister and his team, which included you met with the experts that will also assist in this rescue operation. Did they explain or tell you about other methods that can be used to retrieve and rescue those illegal miners?
Look, what is key is that they gave us a guarantee that they can be able to do the job, and the records are there. The only technicality is that the depth of the mine is a bit longer than the operation that they've conducted before. But they did indicate to us that this is a new animal. But what is important is the confidence that they are giving to us that they can be able to carry out this operation. There are other matters that we need to sit down with them, iron them out, have a clear understanding. Then from there, I think we can be able to hit the ground running, because what we are concerned with is that the operation that is taking place at the moment is that it is taking long, and in the process we might lose life. It is for that reason that the minister is fast-tracking the process of rescuing them. That's why the government is now in place to make sure we formalize the process and people's life are protected at all costs.
Are those experts going to visit the mine very soon before you start with your work?
Of course, the risk assessment is the first task that they must deal with. It is important that we assess the risk, and then after we have assessed the risk, immediately I think they can be able to hit the ground running. Our pre-assessment with them, they have shown us the machinery. They've indicated to us that they do have the machinery that can be able to go underneath. What was a bit of a problem on their part is that given the depth of the mine, there are other extraordinary machines that they will require for them to can be able to deposit them underground. Then it can bring the people up, as it's what we want as government, so that they can be processed legally. But what we want to emphasize is that with all these efforts that we are putting in place to save life, we don't get away from the main objective. The main objective is to nip this thing of illegal mining on the bud and make sure that it does not occur. That is what that is why the operation of Valomukoti in the first instance it was developed.
Okay. MEC, have you discussed the issue of food supplies to those illegal miners, the food supplies that were cut off earlier?
I think as part of the comprehensive plan that will also be discussed. But for now, like I'm saying, as we have indicated, the meeting is underway. I can't preempt the resolutions of the meeting, but also that will be discussed as part of the operation, the rescue plan that will be concluded today. We will see all the aspects that we can be able to do for us to can be able to extract our fellow brothers and sisters that are underneath.
Thank you very much. That's the Community Safety and Transport Management MEC here in the Northwest Province, MEC Cassel Mathale, speaking to us about what is going to happen from today going forward, as we have just told you that the Minister of Police, Minister Senzo Mchunu, has announced that MEC Cassel Mathale and other senior government officials, including the district mayor of this Dr. Kenneth Kaunda municipality, Nikki Wenam, will be part of that team that will map up or come up with a plan, operational plan, to ensure that those illegal miners who are still underground are retrieved and brought back to the surface. As we've seen that the current plan that is being used, or the method that has been used, is to use those ropes to pull those miners from underground and bring them to the surface. So that's the situation as we speak, Mfundo. A lot of work still needs to be done going forward with regard to this story of illegal miners who are still underground here in Stilfontein at Shaft 11.
Indeed, a long way to go still. Thank you very much, Thabiso, for that update. That's SABC News reporter Thabiso.